Hi everyone, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince. Welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. Now, last time on my show, the last two films I'd blogged before were absolutely horrible. And both those had me meet my evil twin, Anti-Josh. And I hope I don't see him again anytime soon. So now, in order to make me feel better, I'm going to be going back to blogging some films that are decent and outstanding. Two that are, well, theatrically new, and two that are probably already on DVD by now, and hopefully I'm looking forward to blogging a certain TV special that's going to be airing this month. Anyway, today's subject is a newly released film from none other than Walt Disney Animation Studios. And this time they've gone a different route, choosing something that they've recently bought license to. A superhero movie, Marvel-styled. Released on November 7th, 2014, the movie is Big Hero 6. Now, let's get this show on the road, shall we? When a devastating event befalls the city of San Francisco and catapults Hiro into a mist of danger, he turns to Baymax and his close friends, adrenaline junkie Go-Go Tamago, Neat Wasabi, chemistry whiz Honey Lemon, and fanboy Fred, determined to uncover the mystery. Hiro transforms his friend into a band of high-tech heroes called Big Hero 6. So, my thoughts on this movie? It was awesome! This has got to be one of the very best animated films I've seen all year. Well, next to a few other films I've seen in theaters this year as well, like How to Train Your Dragon 2, Legends of Oz, Box Trolls, and Book of Life. But, don't get me wrong, it's not in the same league as a few superhero films I've seen before, like Spider-Man, Superman, Hulk, or Iron Man. It's more like Fantastic Four, Avengers, Super Friends, Justice League, Teen Titans, Incredibles, or Sky High, where it's a team of superheroes. But, before I get ahead of myself, I'm going to go on by Mustang notes and tell you why. After Disney's acquisition of Marvel Entertainment in 2009, President/CEO Bob Iger encouraged the company's division to explore Marvel's properties for adaptation concepts. In 2011, while Don Hall was co-directing Winnie the Pooh with Steven Anderson, he chose Big Hero 6 from Marvel's library, and later pitched the concept to executive producer John Lasseter as a possible production for Walt Disney Animation Studios. In June 2012, Disney confirmed that Walt Disney Animation Studios was adapting Marvel's comic series and that the film was commissioned into early stages of development. It has been confirmed that Big Hero 6 will be a standalone film and have no relation with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The film is based on, an obscure 1998 series written by Stephen T. Siegel and Duncan Rolia. Although Big Hero 6 will be produced solely by Walt Disney Animation Studios, several members of Marvel's creative team will be involved in the film's production, including Marvel's Chief Creative Officer Joe Quesada. Regarding the film's story, Quesada stated, "The relation between Hiro and his robot has a very Disney flavor to it, but it's combined by these Marvel heroics. In terms of the film's animation style and setting, the film will combine Eastern Asian culture with Western culture, which is pretty clever, and I'll get into that later, though." On December 31st, 2013, it was reported that Chris Williams, the co-director of Bolt, had joined Hall as co-director, while Roy Conley, PGA, had replaced Christina Reed as producer. On January 27, 2014, Disney had announced that Warner Logan had joined the project. He had an acting coach for Amy Adams, Ryan Reynolds, Zooey Deschanel, and others. It was reported that he will help the project by providing breathtaking emotions and quality acting for the characters of Big Hero 6. Production for the movie was completed on August 11, 2014. Man, talk about time restraints. Although this film is based on a Marvel property, Big Hero 6 is not part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And speaking of which, if you guys have seen my Amazing Spider-Man 2 blog last spring, then you know that I'm not 100% Marvel crazy. But I still love superheroes if they're handled correctly in my eyes. Now, I do like how everything's done in this movie. For example, the animation. Like Tangled, Wreck-It Ralph, and last year's Oscar champion Frozen before it, it is 100% flawless. It makes you feel like you're part of the action taking place in the movie. I mean, like the flying scenes, the car chases, and even the fight scenes, which are absolutely awesome and kick-ass. And also the technology looks really cool in this movie as well. And the city's name, San Francisco, is pretty clever. It's kind of like a mix of San Francisco and Tokyo, Japan. But however, I feel like that's been kind of done before last year in Sony's Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. Kinda. And now let's move on to our cast. Now, for those, I may be spoiling some parts, but I won't go too much into detail. And I might talk about some of the characters' abilities in the film, too. For the voice of our main hero, Hiro Hamada, they hired Ryan Potter, who you might know from Nickelodeon's Super Ninja. Hiro is a 14-year-old robotics kid who has already graduated high school. A 14-year-old high school student. That sounds pretty familiar. Yep, that's close enough. Anyway, Hiro's older brother Tadashi inspired Hiro to gain admission to San Francisco's Institution of Technology. Unlike the rest of the team, Hiro's armor lacks any real abilities, as his true power lies within his genius mind. His suit enables him to hold on to his brother's robot Baymax whenever the robot takes flight with him, as well as partial protection from destruction. His helmet is also equipped with a communication device, enabling him contact with the rest of his team members despite their distances. Baymax is voiced by Scott Adsit. He's an inflatable robot built by Tadashi to serve as a healthcare companion. Baymax views the world from one certain perspective. He wants to help people. He sees Hiro as his patient. Now, personally, I really like this guy. He's kind of similar to C-3PO from Star Wars. In a way, except that Baymax is made of rubber. According to Tadashi, Baymax was programmed with considerably impressive strength, stated to be able to lift 1,000 pounds, with the ability to store a massive amount of data, making him highly intelligent in several fields. Should he take the time to access the information as well. However, his venial building made him rather vulnerable to harsh situations, resulting in Hiro creating a special battle suit to utilize the healthcare robot in defeating sinister villains around the city of San Francisco. The first suit was equipped with ninja skills downloaded from one of Hiro's Tai Chi videos, enabling Baymax with Karate Edition. Karate Action, I mean. In addition to trying to get around tight spaces like Tadashi's bookshelf, and it's kind of funny how he walks like a penguin. Baymax's true power, however, lied within his 2.0 version. The massive red battlesuit enabled Baymax with incredible strength, flight, and scanning system within his helmet, giving him the ability to track and find anyone using only their medical information, such as body temperature and heart rate. Baymax was also given rocket fists that, well, when unleashed, can cause an immense amount of damage. The back of Baymax's armor was also equipped with magnetic extensions, which allows Hiro to safely ride atop the robot's back when wearing his own armor, without the fear of falling. Next we have Hiro's older brother and Baymax's creator, Tadashi Hamada, voiced by Daniel Henney, who you might know from X-Men Origins. Now, this guy is one of my favorite characters in this film, because even though I don't have an older brother of my own, he makes me think of my oldest cousin, Shane. Because he looks out for me just like Tadashi does for Hiro whenever he's in a sticky situation. But there is, well, even though Tadashi does not do too much in the film, the part where he died truly made me feel kind of heartbroken. And now it's time to move on to Hiro's nerd friends who team up with him and Baymax. And now, to be honest, in my eyes, they kind of made me think of the Teen Titans. Not by their abilities or power, but by their personalities. Now, let's begin with Fred, who is voiced by T.J. Miller. Now, Fred is a laid-back comic book fan who also plays the mascot of San Francisco's Institution of Technology. I mean, he's a really smart student of comedy, and in my eyes, he's the funniest member of the team. And his mascot hobby kind of makes me think of Final Fantasy X-2, sort of. In keeping with his love of comics and monster movies, and desire to become a super powerful creature, Fred's Fredzilla supersuit is designed to look like a kaiju, or a Japanese monster. Its exoskeleton enables Fred to jump incredibly high, and it contains a flamethrower installed in the mouth of the suit. The suit also is flame resistant and is equipped with claws. And his martial arts when wielding two wooden boards are really, really cool. Next we have Go-Go Tamago, who is voiced by Jamie Chung. She's a tough, athletic, adrenaline junkie who is developing electromagnetic wheel axles at San Francisco's Institution of Technology. Go-Go's battlesuit is based on her science experiment seen during the introduction. Through the use of mechanical engineering, Go-Go strove to create a bike with intense, almost unimaginable speed. This was incorporated in her supersuit, which heavily consisted of the same electromagnetic wheels used in her state-of-the-art bike. However, not only do the discs act as wheels and a mode of transportation, but they also act as dangerous weapons capable of causing quite a lot of damage. Like, once flung to a specific target, it's almost like Identity Disc from the Tron movies. Once the disc the target is hit by the discs, they magnetically return to the suit, enabling instant reuse. While her abilities do not appear as powerful as her teammates, her intimacy with speed enables her to perform a combination of hits and attacks that give her an advantage of both range and close combat. Using all the discs and moving at once at high velocity, Go-Go can cause the discs to become incredibly cutting, heating, and powerful as well, enabling her to tear through objects, but only at a proper momentum. With the suit, Go-Go is also given impressive speed, velocity, and agility. Next we have Wasabi, voiced by Damon Wayans Jr. This guy is a smart, slightly neurotic, heavy-built neat freak and an expert on laser cutting. He's actually the most conservative, cautious, and most normal among the group of brazen characters. So he really grounds the movie in the second act and becomes, in a way, the voice of the audience and points out that what they're doing is crazy. Wasabi's scientific engineering abilities are based off his latest school project, like laser-induced plasma. In addition to his natural physical strength and scientific skill, Wasabi's suit contains a pair of retractable plasma blades housed in his forearms. Kind of like a scyther, but more dangerous. These blades are like razor sharp and can slice through most materials with relative ease. In battle, Wasabi appears to be the most powerful member of the team, including Baymax as well, as seen when he uses his plasma blades and own physical agility to counterattack anything that attacks him. Next we have Honey Lemon, who's voiced by Genesis Rodriguez. But now, is it just me, or does she seem to look like Rapunzel from Tangled for some reason? Maybe. Anyway, Honey Lemon is a quirky chemistry whiz. She's like a glass is half full kind of person. But she has this mad scientist quality with a twinkle in her eyes. There's like more to Honey than it seems. Coinciding with her love of chemistry, Honey Lemon's battle armor is equipped with a special purse containing a mini chemical lab inside, and a touchscreen when encoding a periodical table, which is capable of creating various weapons in the form of home-sized chem balls, through the use of a aforementioned periodic element. Such concoctions include hardening foam to halt movements, cushioning foam to break falls, ice to freeze enemies, and smoke screens for camouflage. Now, this next character I need to talk about may contain a few spoilers, so don't judge me. The next character I'm going to talk about is Professor Robert Callaghan, aka the villain Yokai, who is actually voiced by James Cromwell, whom I know from Babe. He's the head of robotics a robotics program at the Technology Institute. And he's also Tadashi's professor and mentor, who is revealed to be the supervillain Yokai. He's responsible for the fire that killed Tadashi, and also he's the one who stole Hiro's microbots that he invented at the beginning of the movie. In appearance, Yokai is kind of similar to Slade from Teen Titans, and also a bit similar to some computer-generated masked weirdo who's been pestering some of my favorite reviewers ever since 2011. But he is a really threatening villain nonetheless, anyway. Wrapping up the cast is Alan Tudyk as Alistair Cray, and Maya Rudolph as Aunt Cass. Both these actors do a great job in this film, especially Alan Tudyk. He must really like being in Disney animated films, since this is like the third one he's voiced in already. And now, it's time to move on to my final words of this movie. Well, as I said earlier, Big Hero 6 has got to be the best film I've seen this year. The animation is outstanding, it has great action scenes, great memorable characters, and it does give a wonderful message that even if you lose someone important to you, whether being a brother or a daughter, they'll always be with you no matter what happens. And that's why I give this film the highest rating of 100%. Oh, and be sure to catch the animated short Feast, which plays before the movie starts. And trust me, you won't be sorry. Well, that's it for today, everybody. So, be sure to join me next time as I take a look at the, recent adaptation of one of Roald Dahl's famous books, Mustang Power.